Welcome to Spilling the Tea with Susie. Guys, I am so excited because tonight I am joined by the lovely and talented Hannah, also known as Nancy Drew Nerd. You guys know her for a lot of great content, but primarily the super zoomed in challenges that we love to hate and we hate to love. Welcome, Hannah. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good, same panic, different disco. I still have to make my tea, so you guys have to excuse me as I'm doing this. So, Hannah, are you excited? We've been talking about doing this for a really long time.
I think since October or November. It's been a while.
It's been a long while, I know. And then there was one point where we thought we were going to be able to do it sooner than this. And then I had a bunch of other people come in and plan episodes with me. And then you were like, oh shoot, we're pushing it off even further. I'm like, yeah, sorry about that. So this is a really long time coming. Oh my goodness. But it's so good to have you finally. And let's see, we have so many friends in the chat. Let's see. Oh my gosh, hello everyone. Oh, you have bad weather. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you could be here. Everyone's saying hello. You had bad weather too. Oh my goodness. We'll have blizzard conditions tomorrow. Goodness. That is absolutely wild. All right, so first things first, this is my tea. This is my new mug. I got it for my birthday. For those of you who are listening as a podcast, it is a cat mug. It says cat person, and I really like it. That is what I am. Hannah is also kind of a cat person. Why don't you tell us a little bit?
That I have tonight. I just gotta turn around.
Oh my gosh, I love it! We both have cat mugs.
I was trying to pick the mug out. I'm I need to pick this one in honor of Salem. It worked out.
That's incredible. Oh my gosh, I love that so much. Oh, Hannah, why don't you tell us a little bit about your kitty cat?
I don't think I mentioned on Instagram, but she's not quite a year. But a week ago, she decided to start climbing on top of our kitchen cupboards randomly.
Oh!
She just goes up there, and then she goes in the fridge, and we barricaded the fridge at the top of it, and she just gets over the barricade, so we gave up, and it's just the way it is.
Wow, she's just a fan of heights. That's just how it is. Oh my gosh, if she's ever around, make sure you bring her on to say hi.
I am hoping that I can hear her, but I don't know where she is.
All right, well, keep us updated. We're big cat fans here. Okay, so let's get to some fun. So, first things first, your first question is not exactly a question, it's just kind of a silly thing, which is, Morgan, Southern Sleuth, wanted me to ask you if you are aware that your name is a palindrome.
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about it last night, on my birthday stream, about, names being palindromes. And Maggie came in with oh, my husband's name is a palindrome, his name is Bob. And we were talking about palindromes.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I was always very pleased as a child to have that. It bothers me, though, that there's a capital H at the beginning and a lowercase h at the end, so I have to type it in all caps so it really looks
I love that. I was telling them my name is two palindromes put together because Susanna is S-U-S and then A-N-N-A, and you put them together.
That's true, yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Tori says, I wish my name were that symmetrical. Alas, it is not. Oh my goodness. Yay, palindrome. Wish my name was one. Yeah, palindromes are great. Team palindrome over here. Okay, and then your next question, and I know you prepared for this. I know. She told me specifically, she was like, I am prepared for this question. Which Nancy Drew game is your aesthetic?
Yes, I prepared because I knew this was going to happen and I didn't want to think about it. So I'm curious, do you have a guess what it is, Susie? Because it really surprised me what I picked.
Really? Hold on, I feel like
Did.
this music is really loud. Let me just like, it got really aggressive for a second. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait. There we go. All right, so, it surprised you.
It did. I was really surprised what I ended up with, but I think it's right, so.
Okay. So it's gotta be something totally off the wall, like Secret of the Old Clock.
I wanted it to be the Royal Tower. I really did.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that's it. So,
What is
the
it?
answer is Alibi and Ashes.
Really? Ooh.
And that is not a game that I love very much, but I was thinking about it, and it has like a small town feel.
Mm-hmm.
And I did not realize I was a small town girl until I moved near the city. And I don't like being near the city. I think seeing the small town, and I love Nancy's house. Like, I would totally decorate like that. So I think that's what I'm going to go with.
Oh, yes. Oh, the Drew house is so gorgeous.
It is.
Ugh.
Very much so.
I love that. That's a really good answer. And you know what? That is kind of like a hot take, you know? Like, you never really think of that one having an aesthetic, because there's some that are like so specifically something, you know? Like, they're so specifically this snowy Canadian, you know, wilderness,
like
or
something.
yeah, there's always something that's like overarching, you know. We have the like insane like aesthetic. You've got your Shadow Ranch aesthetic, or you've got your Water's Edge aesthetic, and you never really think about Alibi and Ashes. So that's a really cool one. I love that. Okay, more questions, and I didn't actually write these down. I decided to be lazy and just leave them on my phone this time.
It works.
I know. So this question is, you can trade places with one Nancy Drew character for a day. Who is it and why?
Oh, that's a lot of characters to pick through. I even have my list of it, so let me scroll through my album of all the characters really quick 1 second.
Sounds good.
I have so many on my phone.
Oh my goodness, you're definitely the most prepared guest I've ever had.
Well, I didn't know I was going to need this, but I have it, so.
Tori says, yes, gold star for having a game list.
I knew from watching other people that I needed one.
Yeah.
I have right here. I would say maybe Emily from Old Clock.
Okay.
No, not because I would just want to sit on that couch all day, but I just think it's a cute town, and I think she could enjoy like the inn and the yard and the forest and all of that. So I may change my answer and wake up tonight and be like, that would have been a better choice.
That'll be your next post. You can be like, so
if
you could switch places with anybody, who would it be? Here's mine. Oh my gosh, Morgan says, you calling me unprepared? Yes, absolutely. You're so unprepared, Morgan. All right, let's see. What's your next question? Ooh, what's the nerdiest thing that you own?
Nancy Drew related? I suppose probably Nancy Drew related, because I don't think I have.
I mean, he didn't specify, so I'm guessing it could be anything.
Well, it's definitely going to be Nancy Drew related, but I don't feel like it's that nerdy when I'm talking to a group of Nancy Drew fans. Like, I'll say, oh, I have this, and they're like, of course, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
I probably, and I think I've shown you a picture of this already, I really like Van Gogh, and I have cat in Van Gogh pictures hung all over my dining room wall.
I love those.
Specific, the cat and the Van Gogh.
Yeah.
So that's non-Nancy Drew moodiness, if that counts.
Yeah, that totally counts. That's actually really cool, though. Like, I also love cats and Van Gogh, so I approve.
I didn't need them. I googled Van Gogh, and that's it. I'm like, well, now I need this. Now that I know this.
I mean, yeah. No, when you sent me that, I was obsessed. I was like, now I need this. I love that. I have a Van Gogh, but it doesn't have a cat in it.
You could add one.
It's not as... I could add one. I could add one. Your husband is playing a non-Nancy Drew game and just encountered an It's Locked moment. Oh my gosh, what's he playing? That's so cool. I love that. Okay, so your next question is Sunny June, Professor Hotchkiss, and Fatima are planning the next Nancy Drew convention. Who is going to be planning what?
Speaking as someone who is planning a convention, I would not choose any of them. Maybe that's a little harsh. I feel like Fatima would be in charge of food, like beverages, like catering.
Yeah.
I think she could do that.
She can handle that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sunny June can handle like live streaming and just that.
Smart.
And Hotchkiss can maybe have like the greeter as you came into the event, and then I'll do everything.
I love it. The like absolute savagery of he's going to live stream it, nothing else.
I just don't know that it would work out. More than that. He has a bad track record, so.
The nicest way possible of saying, I just don't trust this man. Oh my word. Yeah, I love him though.
I mean, I think his hair is really cool. I'm just not sure that he should be planning the events. If he planned, didn't necessarily go well. So.
It's true. It's true. He would hijack the live stream. He would. He totally would.
Yeah, he might. And so then he would be told, okay, you need to leave now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so in a similar vein, Deirdre Shannon, Frank Hardy, and Joe Hardy are all going on a road trip with you. Mm-hmm. Who do you give the aux cord? Who is doling out the snacks? And who is doing all of the mapping? By the way, you're the driver.
Okay. It was Deirdre, Frank, and who's the third person? Was it Joe?
Joe.
Okay. I feel like Joe has to be snacks.
Yeah.
I feel like that's automatic. He needs to be.
He brought cheeseburgers.
I don't think that I would trust Deirdre with navigation. I don't know that I would like the choice of music. But I feel like Frank would get us there and get us there like a safe way.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's what we're going to go with. I don't know what music Deirdre would like, but...
I feel like this is the right answer. Like, I feel like I mean, there's multiple different answers that you could give, but I feel like that's the correct answer. Like, of all the things that you could do, I feel like that's the correct answer. I feel like Deirdre, however, would have really basic tastes in music, and I think that she would probably just put on, like Katy Perry or something. You know what I mean? Like something that is on the radio at all times. Oh no, don't let Joe Hardy dole out the snacks because nobody else will get anything because he'll eat all himself. No, Tori. Can see Joe eating everything, especially cheeseburgers. Yeah, maybe... You know what? I would still trust him.
I think if we had enough snacks... Because, like, how many cheeseburgers can you really pack? Like, if there's, like, finger food. You can't eat all of it, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously. Tori wants to see what Joe's picking for music.
Tell us, Tori. I feel like you need to be the one to tell us.
I know. What would Joe pick for music? That's the question. Do you wish we could see more of Nancy Drew's Hannah in the games?
You know, it's a very interesting question because it's really odd to me that there is a Hannah in the games, and I don't really relate to her very much because she's not there. Mm-hmm. I think in the books I like Hannah better because she's there and like we read them growing up. In the games, I don't know that I care that much. Like I think she's fine when she's in there, but I'm not missing her. It just feels weird.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like we kind of forget that she's a character.
Yeah. I think she probably should be a bigger character, but I don't even know the last time she appeared. I guess maybe Irvine Ashes is like the mention.
I want to say that was the last time, yeah.
Like a long time before, like, I don't know, Deception Island? There might be one in like 10 to 20, but the last time she did something.
Yeah, she's for sure in Deception Island. And
like, Nick calls her and then she emails, like, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like we call her in one of the early games, but I forget which one. And like actually chat with her, but I forget which one. You guys would know. Chat, let me know. Which one was it? It's cool that you have somebody who shares your name though in the games, because
I just forget because she's not in them.
I know, but like I'm over here like, haha, laughs in odd name.
Maybe there's a phone character who's a Susie in 34.
There is a Susie in White Wolf of Icicle Creek. When you call, is it the Farrendales? Or whichever one was the family with children, one of their children's name was Susie. And she was like late for soccer practice.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. That's the only thing. But like my full name is odd, so I will never be in a game.
You just need to petition no more.
I know. Okay, so like if anybody from Her Interactive is here currently, put a Susie in the games. Or just put me. Okay, Tori says that Joe strikes her as eclectic and is just going to have a playlist that has anything and everything he's ever listened to and liked. So it's going to span the gaps from epic classical to K-pop. And Joe's music would be high energy one way or another. That's true. That's true. Fatima does say Suzy Q in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, which brings a whole new level to my Fatima reel that I just did. Stay tuned for more unhinged Fatima content, you guys. Alright, let's see. Okay, so this game is called Keep, Burn, Sell. You have Nancy's house, Moira's house, and Katie's boat. Which would you keep, burn, and sell?
The second one with Moira is it?
Moira, yeah.
Okay, I would burn Moira's house because you can't even really see it. Like, you're not in it. I don't know. It never really stood out to me as like a cool location. You can barely go anywhere.
Yeah.
I would sell the boat because I'm assuming that's fairly valuable. I mean, the Drew's house is valuable, but I'm definitely keeping that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Again, that is the correct answer.
Good. I'm getting a good grade here.
Good grade in spilling the tea. Oh my word. When Carter and I inevitably do more parts to how different ND characters should dance, I know who I'm asking to be Fatima. Neither of us. I will gladly be your Fatima. You guys, you have no idea how difficult that is to keep on my face. That is not a mask, okay? That is a sheet of paper. Like, it's made from paper. It's different pieces of paper that I, like, glued together. So it's flat. And it's big. So I used packaging tape and I taped cardboard like long ways so that it wouldn't be so floppy because it's paper. And then I took a little piece of cardboard and I folded it so it kind of was like this, like on the flat piece of cardboard. And then I bit it and just held it in front of my face.
That's commitment.
There was no other way to do that. I mean, there might be. If you guys have any ideas of how else to keep it on my face, go for it. Because I don't know, like, I mean, it's so big that there's, like, I could, like, make some sort of, like, strap or something, but it would just be, like, bleh. So, yes, I have been using my teeth and keeping it on my face. Commit to the bits and oh how you bit. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys are not going to be able to handle the next Fatima video that I'm putting out. Okay, let's see. Moving on. You have to live for an entire year in the last Nancy Drew game that you played. Are you surviving?
I just asked you guys that question. Someone's like, yeah. I think my answer is the same. I thought about playing a game today, but I didn't. So I'm pretty sure it's probably Cripple Creek, and that would be fun. I would love that.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I'm totally dying because my remaining answer still from the last time when you guys when you asked and everybody answered for you, my answer was Haunting Hill Castle Malloy.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it.
Like you said, you just gotta earn it.
Yeah.
Live in the bog. That's cute.
Can I at least have a room in the inn? Come on.
There weren't any rooms at the end. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna kick somebody out. I'm gonna go haunt that place, and then people are gonna run, and then I'll have the rooms.
Maybe if you tell them it's like a year lease, they'll be more motivated to rent you.
There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. Wait, what? You got an ad break, so don't ask your questions yet. You can, but I'll have to watch the full video when it's on YouTube. Oh, yeah, of course. You're, I love it when people watch the videos on YouTube. That is awesome. Wonderful. It really helps me out. I go crazy because I'd be on Dread Isle and I hate heat and sand. Oh my word. I could make a Star Wars joke right now, Tori. I hate sand. It's coarse and it's rough. Anyway, let's see what your next question is. Would you rather fight one orca-sized mouse or 100 mice-sized orcas?
100 mice-sized orcas. Because the orca it's not tiny. I mean, it would eat me. I could smack a bunch of little things, or I don't know. They'd be cute though.
You just kick them aside.
I think teeny tiny orcas. Would they just be dying anyway because they'd be out of water?
That's true.
Or what?
Oh, I don't know.
If I'm in a pool, I don't like water very much, so that wouldn't go very well.
Yeah. I'm not a huge water fan either. So let's say you're on land.
Okay, then definitely the teeny tiny orcas. I think I could stand against that. Plus, also Rosie could help me. So
that's true. That's true. I bet Rosie would be like, "Aha, we're the adversary," and then would get them.
She would. She has killed one mouse, and she was freaking out. She was so excited. And then my husband took it away, and then she didn't realize that. I took her away so she didn't get taken away, and she kept hunting it for so long afterward. I'm sorry, but we don't need mouse.
No.
In the house. So
no, thank you.
I'm sorry, the mouse.
Yeah, no, thank you. Not into that.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you. Man, y'all, this tea is really good. This is called. It's by Yogi. It is the Soothing Caramel Bedtime, and it's so tasty, y'all. It's yummy. And the quote on the tea bag is, "Those who live in the past limit their future." There you go. Some words of wisdom. All right, why don't we... You're a caramel fiend. Oh my gosh, I love that. Wait, Pippin is an excellent mouser. He definitely earns his keep in that department. I love that. My cats have never caught mice. We, thankfully, have not had any mice in our house. Which I was really glad about because I grew up in the woods in a really, really small town. So I'm surrounded by woods and I was surrounded by fields around those woods. So we got a lot of field mice and I saw a lot of mice. They were always coming in the house. So I'm really glad to live in the city now and I don't see any mice. There have been a few in the garage, but never in the house, thankfully. So my cats have never caught any mice. However, there was that one time that we had the bat in the house, and Niles did catch the bat.
Really?
which freaked me out. It was very, very, very simple. He just like jumped up and like caught it, and then it fell down. So he didn't like catch it. He didn't really like end up touching it with his mouth or anything, but he got it. And we were all so shocked. Even the cat like was like looking at it like, I just did that. And then the bat got back up and like flew away. So that kind of counts. Miko caught one when you lived in the country, but you live in town now and you've never had a mouse. Yeah, isn't that so nice? You've had a squirrel problem but no mice. Goodness. One of your cats growing up caught a bat like that? Yeah, that's super scary. I was never afraid of bats until they came into my house, and now I have a brand new phobia. Yay. Love that. I ended up talking to the guy at like the health department here in town, and he had to talk me down from like getting my entire family rabies shots. He was like, no, you don't need it. You're fine.
Not unless you have to.
Yeah, no, we were never bitten or anything. I was just so scared. It was awful. Okay, I think on that note, we should play a game. So, you have options. I used to only do FMK, but now I do multiple things. So, you can do FMK, which is always super, super, super fun. Or, you could do a blind ranking. What would you like to do?
Well, both, but we can split it up. Let's start with the blind ranking, because I'm pretty sure that I'll be fine, but I'm pretty sure that my answers will anger other people. I just have very strange taste with the games and characters, and it's a little different than that.
No, we all do. We all do. That's the thing. I like to tell people that they're allowed to have their opinions, even if their opinions are wrong. Because everyone else's are so different from mine, but you know what, that's fine. So, okay, let's do a blind ranking. Would you like to do a blind ranking on the games themselves or on characters?
Let's do it on characters, because I feel like I've only seen you do the games because I think I had to leave early that night. So,
okay.
Like, all of them, I guess?
Every character? Ooh, I love it.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, I have no idea.
Okay, let's see. Hang on. All Nancy Drew characters. Open.
I just want Lord Pakal to be the last one and be number one. I think it's hilarious.
Who?
Lord Pakal.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? Oh my gosh, imagine. Okay, let's see if I have this correct. Here we go. Okay. Can you see it on your screen?
I cannot, but if you just tell me, that's fine.
I'll just tell you. Okay. Sorry, we tried. It's just really small. Okay. Hugh Penvlin.
I'm not a fan, but it's hard to tell because I hate all the characters. I'm still going to be optimistic, so I'm going to put him at number 4.
Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
So,
Hold on, I'm going to change this little view right here a little bit so that people can see a bit more of the game.
People are putting him at 5 a lot.
Yeah, you know, he's not the greatest.
No, but we don't have to look at it yet.
That's true. Okay, here we go. I'm happy with that. All right. Okay, so he's number 4 for you. I will also put him at number 4, just in case anybody was wondering. And everyone, please make sure you're playing along in the chats, or if you're listening as a recording, play along with us and let me know what you chose. All right, so next is Hector Hulk Sanchez.
I'm going to put him at 5.
Yeah?
I'm not a fan.
Yeah. That's okay. I'd put him at 3, I feel like. I feel like there's somebody worse out there.
I probably should. And there's certain purposes I will complain, but I'm still being optimistic.
Oh my goodness. Tori is also not a fan, she says. Oh my goodness. A lot of people are agreeing with you. Okay. Next. We have Frances Humber.
Ugh. It's not that she's bad. I just feel like if I would talk to her, like, it's a tragic story.
It is.
But I mean, I'll just pick her at 3 because her romance was ill-advised, in my opinion.
Okay.
Not that she didn't want him, but it was just obviously it was a hard situation.
Gotta get this wheel checked out, Susie. I'm sorry. I know this wheel is really similar to one that we did last night. Okay, I would put Frances Humber at number 2 just because 3 and 4 are already taken, and I feel like there's somebody worse out there, but there's also somebody better out there.
Yeah, I only have 1 and 2 left, which is not a good situation.
Oh man, I've got 1 and 5 left, which is wild.
See you friends.
Alright, next. Ooh, Wade Thornton.
I don't have much of an opinion on him. I mean, I feel like he's better than other characters in the game, but
Yeah.
dare I risk saying he's my favorite? That's the question. No, I'm going number 2. I'm just really gonna hope I like this.
That's so risky. I'm putting him at number 1. Man, that guy, I would die for Wade Thornton. That man is one of my faves.
I just feel like most of these people are kind of like in the middle for me. Like they all are kind of
Yeah.
agree. I don't hate them. I don't love them. Except for this last one. I'm really gonna love them up here.
Let's hope. This is a really, really, really big wheel. There are like 191 people on this wheel.
That is a lot.
Yeah. All right, guys, last one. I only have 5 and she only has 1. Jason Danforth.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh my gosh, he's from Midnight in Salem.
Oh, is that good or bad that he's that? Because I have
Oh no, that's right. You haven't played. Hold on, we need a reroll. We need a reroll. That's the only game she hasn't played. Hold on. Forget Jason Danforth. Scratch that. I'm bending the rules. Nobody vote. Lisa Ostrom. It got worse.
It's not great. I like the color for sure. I'll say that.
There you go. That's the way to be positive.
She had potential. We'll say that.
Yeah. There you go. It definitely got worse. Yeah, Rats, she needs to read my 5. She is my 5. Haha. I feel like I won that ranking. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
That ranking was really good for me.
I feel like I should not be so optimistic in the future.
See, that's the problem, is every time I go into it thinking I'm going to be really optimistic and I'm going to get like Sunny June or, Joe Hardy or somebody really awesome, and then I end up with like Victor Lawsett. So, yeah. Oh no, we lost her. Hold on. Eek. Hang on. We're working on it. Hang on. Hi there. You disappeared for a moment. Okay. Back to some more questions. Are you exhausted from planning those super cool and exciting Nancy Drew themed trips?
At the moment, no.
That's good to hear.
A lot of work setting up and planning and doing the website and answering a ton of questions from a bunch of people all at once. And then for registration for people who did and for payment and then making like deposits and stuff. But for now, I'm just waiting to see if anyone else signs up because then I'll adjust my numbers slightly. And I kind of need to know what my full budget's going to be before I go spending money. Like I want to start buying decorations and stuff, but I can't until I know like exactly what I can put
Yeah.
So I haven't really done it for a couple weeks, which is really off because I was spending a lot of hours doing it. So,
Yeah.
busy January.
Yeah, you were keeping pretty busy for a while. I know, a lot of people are really excited. It's going to be really great. What non-Nancy Drew mystery games do you recommend?
Well, like computer games?
I guess anything.
Because I don't play computer games except for Nancy Drew.
Oh, you're one of those fans.
Yeah, because the only other mystery game I've seen is the one that you did, Agent A, I think.
Yes, that one's so good.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. So let's say Agent A. Because we just didn't play a lot of games when we were kids. Like we played Freddy Fish and Putt Putt. Those aren't really mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of things. Depends on the game.
Did you play any Carmen Sandiego?
When I was very little, we had one of the old ones, and it was complicated. You had like a big, like a physical book that came with it.
Mm.
But I feel like we had maybe on floppy disk, maybe on CD. Like it was my older siblings played it.
Yeah.
So early 90s or late 80s, maybe. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah. Yeah. That's okay. I've noticed that there's two kinds of Nancy Drew fans. There are the fans who are gamers, and then there are the fans who only game for Nancy Drew. And there's no in between. You either will play anything and you love Nancy Drew, or you only play Nancy Drew. There's nothing else. You cannot convince them to play any other game.
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't play games, and then my aunt gave us one, and then I was hooked on them, and so then we just kept getting more of the Nancy Drew games for a while. Like that's what we would get. So I'd never expanded my horizons.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've been watching some of my streams, so maybe you'll find something you like.
This is true.
Yeah. I do a lot of cozy stuff, though.
The chicken one, though.
What?
Not the chicken one. That looked way too hard. I could not do that.
That game is so fun. It was hard, but I was having the best time.
I'm glad you were having fun, because I would not have been able to.
You were, like, feeling stress for me. Did you see me play any of Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you would hate it. It was so great. It was so great, but it was so crazy. It was so dark. And I didn't realize it. Like, I split it into two, like, plays. Yeah. So the first half of the game was, like, delightful and fun and had the occasional, like, dark humor, but it was, like, just so great, and it was so cute and cozy and just amazing. And then the second half, I was like, what is happening?
Okay. I'll stay away from that.
So crazy. Turnip Boy gets up to so many crimes. Literally, guys, the amount of crime that I did as a little turnip, like, literally haunted me. I was like, how could he? And then how could I? It was so bad. It was insane, y'all. It was insane. Okay, anyway, so I guess that's a mystery game, you could say. We were kind of solving something. But anyway, there's much more cozy stuff coming because I put that in the cozy month. And, oh my gosh, Tori, the game said, let's turn up the darkness in the second half. But they did, though. They did. They turned up the darkness. And it was wild. And it was a little scary. Oh my word. Okay, next question is, do you watch Nancy Drew streams or playthroughs?
I do, actually. And I only just started, like, a month ago.
No way!
Because you keep encouraging me to get on first. So.
I was like, you'll love it, it's so easy!
You were. And so I finally did. And it's weird because I know there are different people in Clue Crew that Morgan, like, gives a schedule, and I'm always checking her schedule. But most of the time, she just doesn't work. It just so happens. Like, I work late, and my husband works late, and so I'm usually home in the morning. So I've started just typing in Nancy Drew games on Twitch and just watching whoever is live.
That's
so
awesome.
Other random fans who I've never met, and they told the one group I joined their Discord, and like, I don't know, it's been interesting. Like they don't really know as much about Nancy Drew, because a lot of these streamers are like playing them for their first time, going through the games. Like, they're not people who know every single fact.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun to watch them experience it for the first time. Like, the big reveal of Mornings at Waverly, I was watching this group play them, and they were just screaming for so long. And it was just so fun to get to see them experience that. I loved it.
Oh, I love that so much. That's so fun. Man, I love that. Yeah, sometimes if I'm like, it's pretty rare that I go on, like, to watch somebody stream and nobody that I know is streaming. You know, like, I feel like the Clue Crew has so many streamers. But if there's ever not, I go, like, find somebody else, and it's so fun. So, yeah, I love that. I love that you've been doing that. I love that I encouraged you.
Well, and I typically just watch them live because I love the chat box, and I just want to participate. So, like, I see all the comment, like, I should probably stop commenting. And then I'll wait for, like, they'll give me a timer that says, you're online to comment again, you need to wait. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Oops. You know, but that's the best part, is, like, the interaction and, like, getting to chat with people. And then, like, I mean, my favorite part of streaming is chatting with people as I'm playing a game.
Yeah, engaging with people. And it's more fun to do it that way.
It's so fun. It's so fun. Yeah. Like, without the amazing people who are my viewing audience, all of my friends out there, like, I would not enjoy this half as much, you know, because, like, it's really the connection that makes it so fun. So, yes, we love the chats. That's right. We love the chats. Let's see. Will you do more Nancy Drew game conventions after your Shadow Ranch one?
It depends. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on the day. Some days I want to, and some days I don't.
Yeah.
We shall see. I think it's going to be really fun, but I'm kind of in a season of life where I can't really plan stuff 2 years out definitively. Like, I just don't know. So, potentially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, I have done nothing for mine yet. I wanted to... So for those watching, a little bit of backstory. So Hannah and I are friends. Okay? We chat all the time. So, multiple months ago, like, many months ago, I sent her a message and I said, hey... Yeah, it was a long time ago. I was like, hey... I'm planning a Clue Crew convention. I know you just went to the Nancy Drew book convention. Do you have any advice for me for, like, you know, starting up my convention planning? She goes, oh no. She goes, I'm also planning a Nancy Drew convention. And I go, oh no. So then we started talking, and she's like, yeah, I've gotten all this stuff planned, and I'm going to be doing this, this, and this. And she actually let me in on the secret, like, before anybody else knew. So I felt so special. I was like, oh my gosh, my friend Hannah let me know secrets. So then I just, like, chilled on my plans. I said, well, I'll let you do your thing. You've already started planning.
Which was very kind of Susie, just to be quick. Because it was just weird, because we were planning it for the same month this year, and it was so awkward to be like, what are we supposed to do?
I know, literally. I was like, the last thing we need is for people to think that we're in competition, because we're actually friends. There's no competition here. So, yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was thinking about, like, September of 2024. She goes, oh no! It was so funny. It was so funny. So, yeah, so I was like, I'm just gonna chill. I'm not even gonna think about mine until, like, probably this summer, maybe. I mean, I've been thinking about it, and I've been doing stuff. Like, I've been doing little things. I have the dates planned. I've got the location, you know. I know what hotel everybody's gonna go stay at. Like, I know all these things. Or I'm gonna get my catering, you know, et cetera, et cetera. But I haven't, like, set anything in stone yet, because it's so far out, because I'm gonna be doing mine in March of 25 now.
which is only a year away now.
I know, isn't that nuts? It's so crazy. So yeah, but we've like collaborated a little bit. We've like chatted about convention stuff, and we've gotten to like really get into this together. And I am so excited for Hannah and for her convention. I can't go because like cries and poor. So I can't afford the travel and everything that's going to go into that. But I'm so excited to see what she does and how amazing everything's going to be. And I will be in there in spirit because I am going to sponsor the Mystery Weekend. It took me a moment to remember what it's called. We sponsor the Mystery Weekend. You guys are going to get some really cool prizes from Lemon Pepper Creations. So it's going to be super fun. So all y'all in the chat who are going to her convention, make sure you look out for my my little logo. Do you have anything that you want to talk about your convention, or like any like thoughts on that you want people to know?
I mean, I think everyone who's here already knows, but it's in Arizona based on Secret of Shadow Ranch. I picked that one because it's outside mostly, and I can't recreate Wickford Castle. I can't recreate Blackmore Manor. Like, I just can't. So
Yeah.
I wanted to pick one that we could at least theoretically do a lot of the same things that Nancy did. So I think this one's going to work pretty well, and I found a lot of good places that we can go to while we're there. So
yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be so great. And she and I have talked about, like, the future of Clue Crew conventions because, like she was saying, like, she goes back and forth of, like, oh, I want to do more, I don't want to do more. I mean, I've kind of done the same thing of, like, I mean, I haven't even started yet. I was, like, thinking, oh, I'll do them every year, and then I was like, oh, well, if somebody else is doing them too, I won't do them every year, like, so there's this whole thing. We've talked about ideas of, like, things together, so, you just... What Maggie said in the chat is correct. Ask her after September. And then we'll see what the future of Clue Crew conventions is.
I am excited for it. I think it's going to be really fun. And what I think about being there the first day and having people different times like it makes me want to cry because I'm just so excited to actually meet people. So we'll see if I'm actually coming that day. I don't know.
I think it's going to be so amazing, and everybody's going to have such a wonderful time that we're not going to let it not happen again. Yeah. So, anyway, we'll talk on that more, I'm sure. Your next question is, what inspired you to start content creating?
So I wasn't very involved with social media for a while. So I have a personal account that I don't use, like, hardly at all. And I want to say I made it in 2019. Like, I just got it as an adult, wasn't really using it. And then it occurred to me that there are probably Nancy Drew people on Instagram. so I started following Nancy Drew Collector, although it's Nancy.Drew.Collector. She was one of the first people I started following. And she actually became a friend in real life that we've gotten together in person, which is so fun.
That's so fun.
It was really cool. We've gotten together 3 times, and then she was at the convention that I went to as well, so I got to see her there too. But I was following some, and then there was a pandemic.
I remember that.
Yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I have nothing to do. I'm stuck in my house. I feel like I could try this. So I did, and I originally had my other account, which I don't use very much, but it was like books and games and decor and all that stuff. And then I started posting stuff about games and realized that some fans like both, but there are people who just like one and people who just like the other. Like, there's a lot of people who just like the books, and there's people who just like the games. So I made the game account, and people follow both. That's fine, whatever you want to do. But I prefer the game account because I like the games better than at this point. And
yeah.
So that's the one that I post on. But if there's anything else Nancy Drew related, then I usually post on the other one. So it kind of just came about because I had time and figured why not.
I mean, why not? Yeah. And we love it. Your content is so much fun.
Thank you.
So how did you become interested in the Nancy Drew world?
So my Nancy Drew story is very late. I did not read my first Nancy Drew book until I was like 13.
Okay.
I was very stubborn as a child, and people told me I would like Nancy Drew. And so I said, well, I'm not. I mean, look at me now, like, obviously. so I was like, my siblings told me I should. I had my closest friend at the time, she told me I should. And I'm like, no. So I, at some point, secretly went and read what I thought was an Nancy Drew book. Don't ask me how I can read, I don't know how, but I read a Boy Girl book. And I don't know how I didn't realize it wasn't an Nancy Drew book. But I read that to surprise people, and then I realized this is not an Nancy Drew book. So I read a lot of them for like 1 year in school, and then I got bored because they're somewhat the same. They have, like, they're different, but like it's formulaic. And I read Hardy Boys the whole next school year. I was really into them. It's just more exciting, I guess. They have more peril. I don't know.
Those are really good, yeah.
And I actually, when I was like 14 or 15, I went to a Nancy Drew birthday party. And I was not really into Nancy Drew at the time, but I went to this birthday party and they had like a, I don't know, some kind of puzzle where like you talked to the people in the family and you found the clues around the house. Like it was like a whole immersive like game that you were playing. And then like mid-teenage years is when someone gave our family the first Nancy Drew game that I played, Red Tower. And then after we just kept going from there.
That's so cool. That birthday party sounds incredible.
It wasn't. It's funny because I lost touch with that girl for a number of years, and then I ended up going to the same church as her years later. And it's funny because she's not really interested in Nancy Drew. I'm like, oh, but I am.
Wow, how the turntables, right? That's so funny. Wow, that sounds awesome. Man, I kind of want to... I just had my Barbie birthday party. I kind of want to have a Nancy Drew birthday party next year now.
Or start playing it now.
A year. Oh my goodness. So that was the first game you played was Treasure Roll Tower?
Yep.
Nice. That's a good one. That was the first one I played too. Only it was a very different time for me because I was 5 years old. Actually, was I 4? No, I was 5. I had to have been 5. Right? Yeah, I think I was 5. Anyway, it was a very long time ago. It was well over 20 years ago, y'all. So, anyway, moving on. I'm old. Okay, what is your favorite and your least favorite game?
My favorite game is Roll Tower. And at some point, I just decided that's what's going to be my full answer. Like, I love the game so much as because of nostalgia. I know some people don't prefer. I understand there is a lack of playthrough value in that you might as well just play the whole game. Like other games, you can just go and play mini games. Like there's not that in Roll Tower, but I still love it. My least favorite game, Ghost of Thornton Hall. I really don't like creepy things, and I played that game. We played it for the first time, and then I played it with my mom for her first time, and then I played it with my brother or sister, like all within a month. Like I played it 3 times completely in a row, and I'm sorry for shocked. It legitimately very much freaked me out. Like my sister got really sick playing it out of the blue. Like I just got really freaked out, and I replayed it with my siblings. Like 10 years after we had played it.
Yeah.
And it was fine. Like, it's not so, like, it's creepy the first time you play it.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird. You just don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
And it was just funny because they were stuck, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm pretty sure you can do this and this, and then I'm like, how do I know this? Like, I haven't played this. How do I know all of these things? Like, I don't know anything about the game. So I just, I don't prefer it. It's,
Yeah.
I don't like her stuff.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's actually in my top 10. I'm not gonna lie. I do love that one. But, and I'm not the person who likes, like, scary things. But I feel like, here's how I describe this. Okay, I hate scary things. I don't do anything creepy, scary, anything. Okay, like anything. I don't even do true crime. Like, I don't do anything that would ever potentially bother me.
I have to be careful with that because I'll watch them and I'll get so involved and then I'll just be traumatized for a couple of days. I'm like, I can't keep watching these videos.
I know.
I'm invested in it. Yeah.
I am a cream puff. I am a butterfly landing on a marshmallow, okay? I don't do these things. So, but I do enjoy Nancy Drew games, and I don't really get scared by them. But here's how I describe it. I describe Ghost of Thornton Hall, for me, is scary in a beautiful way. And, like, Shadows at the Water's Edge is scary in, like, a terrifying way. But, like,
I can see that.
But, like, for some reason, Ghost of Thornton Hall, even though I know that it's, like, supposed to be scary, it's really kind of sad and beautiful to me.
Well, it's a very tragic story. Like, the whole thing is just a huge family. And for Shadows at the Water's Edge, that game is scary. But I just don't look when the cutscenes happen because you know what's going to happen. So I just can't watch.
Yes. Oh my gosh. No, we were talking about this at my birthday party. Just the other night, I was talking about how I don't like scary things. It came up. And then my one friend who I had introduced to Nancy Drew games with that game, because she's planning a trip to Japan and she's like learning Japanese. And I was like, oh my gosh, let's play this game. And she loved it. And she was like, but Suze, that one scene was really heckin' scary. And I was like, oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. And then there was another girl at the party who was like, oh, don't tell me about it. It's like, I started describing it, and she's like, don't tell me. Because I actually have this friend who played that game, you know, back when it came out, which was a really long time ago now, if you think about it. Played the game, and that particular scene, I know we all know which one it is, the mirror scene. That particular scene happened, and she was so terrified that she's been watching horror movies and stuff ever since to try to find something that scares her more, and she hasn't found it yet.
Wow, that is...
Can you believe that?
Ties her then.
Yeah, like, can you believe that? Because I don't find that scary. You know, like, I'm a person who avoids all scary all the time, and that didn't bother me.
Yeah, I can't... Okay, I can't see that, but it kind of isn't. That's the first, like, cutscene trauma in that game, right?
It is, yes. It's very early.
Yeah, so if you're not expecting, like, the other cutscenes were probably really, this is not that bad. Like, you didn't realize it's scary.
Yeah. There's another scare in that game that gets me, though. Are you talking about the one at the end? Because that one made my sister scream out loud and, like, almost throw my laptop. Good times. Okay, more questions. Alrighty. If you could design the next game, what would the mystery be? And would you have recurring characters? What kind of characters would you have? What would the setting be, etc.?
Trying to think what location would be good. I don't know, something around the Great Wall of China, maybe?
Ooh, that would be cool.
I know it's kind of a little disturbing, but, like, there could be lots of secret passageways, so that could be interesting.
That would be really neat. That would be so cool. To everyone in the chat, I'm really sorry for bringing up your childhood trauma.
Everyone's reloading it.
Everyone in chat is like, oh yeah, that childhood trauma. Thanks for that. Sorry, y'all. What was that other question? Oh, if money and time weren't an issue, where would the next convention location be?
Well, that was certainly. Let me consult my list here quickly, because there's so many that just aren't remotely possible. So let's see. Oh, it's hard to pick. I think this is just an answer, because it's hard to pick.
Okay.
But I would say Washington, D.C., because if money's not an issue, we could build the whole museum. It's not my favorite game, but I think the museum is super cool with like all the different levels you can go down.
Yeah.
And I think that would be kind of cool.
That's super funny because that was my original convention idea. And I only like changed the plan because, okay, so full disclosure, if I do a second one, which I hope that I will, DC will be my next one. Just because I have to do it. But the original plan was to go to DC and to go to museums together and do all the things. So that's pretty funny.
But you have to build the whole museum.
Oh, I was just gonna go to a museum. Yeah. Okay. What is next? Tell us about your favorite artist. Also, in the Nancy Drew world, would you like more art-centered games?
Well, Van Gogh is definitely my favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a decent number of his paintings in real life at museums. I really enjoy doing that. Although we went to like a special Van Gogh exhibit, which was really cool because it had a lot of his paintings, but it was super crowded, so that was not great.
I bet.
Like an art-based mystery? Is that what?
Yeah, she said art-centered games.
That could be interesting. I mean, like the mini games are fun, like when you're painting and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like in Captive Curse, there's like that giant picture of like the daughter on the wall. That could be cool to just have like famous artwork around the game, and then some are stolen or some might be fake.
Yeah, that would be cool. So, Sammy, I see you in the chat saying you could do DC, no question. What about Philadelphia? Just quick question. No reason. Haha.
Not specific.
No reason. Ha ha ha. Anyway, moving on. What Nancy Drew food would be your go-to comfort food?
Oh. Well, it's not clam chowder. I'm sorry. I have never had clam chowder, but I don't think I ever will.
No, really?
No, I won't tell you the specifics, but I had a coworker describe how they felt about clam chowder in very graphic, disgusting terms, and I just they're like the texture is like, and I just can't. I'm sorry.
That is so freaking funny. I actually really love clam chowder. Like, it's kind of chewy. Like, if you've ever had a clam, you know, it's kind of chewy, but, like, it's yummy.
I have not ever had clam, and I don't think I want to.
Are you, like, not a seafood person?
I like fish.
Okay.
My relationship with shrimp is either I love it or I hate it, and I can't decide which one. Some days I'll eat it, and other days I cannot.
It has to be prepared right.
Yeah. I haven't been exposed to a lot of other seafood.
Yeah? Oh, man. So I'm from the Eastern Shore of Maryland, where we are all crabs all the time. I saw this post the other day that was like it was this person who had not grown up in Maryland and moved to Maryland, and they said the weirdest thing about moving to Maryland is that Marylanders just have crab days. And they say, okay, it's time to come over and it's time to eat crabs. And then you sit down and there's crabs in a paper bag, and your only job is to eat them. And there's no other like things planned. There's no other activities. You just sit and you eat crabs. And this is so true because I have gone to at least one crab eat day every year for my entire life. So that's a thing we do. We just sit and we eat crabs together.
Okay.
And that's the only activity because you have to pick the crab apart because it's a full entire crab. Yeah, so you have to take it apart with your bare hands or a little mallet if you're, one of those people. I am not. I use my bare hands because I am a Marylander. Anyway, so that sounds like the perfect thing to do. Just eat delicious crabs. Yeah, it's great. It really is. I can only do a few because after a while it starts to hurt my fingers. And also they're so incredibly seasoned that it kind of makes my lips hurt.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So is it cooked in different ways? I mean, I love crabs, but it's expensive here. Oh, they're not cheap here either. I don't think that they are cheap anywhere. I used to think I didn't like crab, but I think I'm just not fond of imitation crab. But that's because imitation crab is fish. It's not actually crab. Well, because you like fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is, I'm always so disappointed with, I love a California roll, but it's fake crab. You like imitation crab in sushi? I see. Yeah.
For comfort food, I'm going to say sandwiches at Warren's Overton.
Ooh, there you go.
My only complaint with Snack Shop is they needed cream cheese.
I know.
But the food's good anyway.
I would prefer an everything bagel as well, but that's fine.
If we're gonna get really confused.
Yeah. Maybe I'll just do my own shopping, but it's fine. Okay, why don't we take a break to do a game? What would you like to play?
I suppose we should alternate, so maybe do the other one.
Do FMK?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Fight, Marry, Kiss. For this one, you do not have to do it blind, unless you want to.
No, let's not do that.
I've only had one person who willingly did that, and that was Kalina Herman. Okay, let's see. Which wheel do you want? Do you want every character, just the guys? What would you like?
Just the guys is fine.
Just the guys? Alright, let's do it. La 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 la. Here we go. This is my favorite wheel. Not that I have a favorite wheel, but this is my favorite wheel. Okay. Because Sunny's on it. Alrighty. So, your first eligible bachelor is going to be Andy Jason. Starting off real strong.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Then your second eligible bachelor is going to be Daryl Gray. Oh, this is a good one. And your last fella is Richard Topham.
People are asking which Daryl. Does it matter which Daryl?
I guess it doesn't matter. Whichever helps you sleep at night.
Well, I never played the original, but I do think he looks less creepy. And I actually think Topham is absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
So I would marry Topham, which is horrible. I know, it's horrible, but he's so awful. I just love quoting him. I just think him talking about his cerebral powers is. I know. I was having a hard time really doing that, so I'm not one to. But I would marry Richard Topham. I would kiss the original Daryl, and I would fight Andy Jason.
Wow, I would go in such a different direction.
Also,
Rosie! Hi, pretty girl. Oh, she's so cute. Her markings are so beautiful. Oh my word. Oh, the best. Desert Rosie. Oh, she's the cutest. Yeah, I would go a vastly different direction with that, and it looks like we're pretty split in the chat. Let's see what people are doing. Let's see. Okay. So first of all, Maggie, it's fight, not kill. We cleaned this up for Twitch. All right. So you're gonna be fighting Andy, kissing Richard Topham, and then marrying OG Daryl, who, by the way, is a minor. Just pointing that out.
I know. So that's the thing. There's a bit of an age gap there.
Yeah.
Very some of that.
Casey says, fight Topham, kiss Andy, and guess marry OG Daryl. Kiss the OG Daryl, fight the remastered. That's funny. Oh, I forgot we don't kill people while fighting. That's right. The buffoonishness is funny. You have characters you feel that way about. Yeah, that's true. Okay, fight Richard, marry OG Daryl, kiss Andy. Okay, so I would go so differently. I would actually marry Andy Jason.
Would you?
I would.
Explain. I need more info on this.
I actually don't mind him as a person, besides, like, the very last part, obviously, of the game. I don't mind him.
The original was him. Not so bad.
Yeah. Like, he's kind of cute, and he's kind of nice, and just ignore the fact that, like if the whale never happened, okay? Yeah. If he was never doing crime, then, like, fine. Anyway, so I would marry Andy Jason. Lou saying marry the Andy Jason that tries to kill you? Yeah, you know what? That you didn't like him? No, I don't mind him at all. Oh, anyway, so, wait, other than enticing an orca into a life of crime, not bad. Sorry. Okay, so marry Andy Jason. I would kiss the OG Daryl, because OG Daryl is so much better. By the way, the OG Secrets Kill is so much better. You are gaslighting yourself, girl. And then, just have an oxygen tank to throw at him within arm's reach at all times. Listen, this is just a game, okay? And then I would fight Richard Topham. So, there you go. All right. La la la. What is something from the games you would want to try in real life, such as an experience, food, a vacation, etc.?
There's a lot in the games. I can tell you a lot of things that we're going to do.
Tori, I just have to highlight this comment that Tori just put in. Andy's got to throw the oxygen tank at Susie, because when he walked into the room, he took her breath away. Why is there no FMK redeem in the rewards? Because I'm really slow, y'all. Things will be... I will be on top of things eventually, just not yet. FMK is still in the Streamlabs rewards, however, so you can still do that. I just haven't added it to Twitch. Anyway, go for it, Hannah.
I haven't moved it.
Okay.
I don't prefer the final scene, but I really think that all of the secret passageways and ways to be a magician are really cool. So I would love to get to surprise the audience. I did a bunch of theater when I was younger, and I like being on stage, and so I think it would be interesting to get to climb through the different things.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Maggie wants a redemption round. Okay. I mean, if you want to spend points, you can do exclamation point FMK. That is something you can definitely do. All right, let's see. What is your next question? Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure that was it. didn't pop up. I'm gonna let you have it. I don't know if it worked, but I'm gonna let you have it. All right. Let's see. Our first man. Is gonna be Franklin Rose. He comes up, I swear, every single time we play this game. Franklin Rose comes up.
Oh.
Such a small character, Joe. Okay, Holt Scotto.
Very different sorts of people.
Finally, we have Shorty Thurmond. We were so close to greatness, as Shorty Thurmond is directly next to Sunny June.
Well, I'm not very thrilled about this.
Okay, here, you ruminate on this. I will be right back. Go for it.
Okay. I feel like I have to fight Shorty. I can't bring myself to do anything else. That's just the way that it is. I was gonna try and fight in like chess. I don't know if that counts. It has to be Shorty. I guess I would kiss Holt, and I would marry Frank because he seems well established in life, and that's. Yeah, I'm not real thrilled about any of these options. Plus, I feel like Holt and Franklin are probably both a lot older than me. I don't know how old they are, but they both seem a lot older. Well, and Shorty too. They're kind of all 40s, 50s, 60s. I don't know how old they are. Yeah. I don't feel like that was redemption round, Maggie. I think that was worth.
Okay,
Seems like everyone fighting pretty small. Yeah.
Okay, what was your answer?
Fight Shorty because there's no other option. Kiss Holt and marry Franklin. But I'm not exactly sure.
All right. Again, I would go a different way. Just a little bit. Of course, am fighting Shorty. You can't not fight Shorty. I would kiss Franklin, and I think I would marry Holt. I think he's a really interesting person.
But I was talking about like the age differentiation. Like they're all older.
Yes, they are. Wait. Can redeem another round. I don't have points. I don't remember how many points FMK should be. If I remember right, FMK was really, really, really cheap because I was like, yes, redeem all the FMKs you want. Wow, Sushi has some wild choices. Just let me live. Oh, there's another FMK. Okay. Oh, that's what it is. You had to type redeem FMK. I forgot. I've been doing Twitch for so long that I forgot how my Streamlabs ones went. Marrying Holt is better than marrying Andy. All right. One more FMK. Here we go. And then we'll have a few more questions, and then we'll play whatever game you want. And then we will say goodnight. Alright, so Malachi Craven. Getting all the old men tonight. Harlan Bishop. Okay, he's young. He's also a felon.
But he has huge, so let's not discount that.
And finally, Bruno Bolle.
How does that work exactly?
I don't really know.
Who was the first person again? I forgot to write something.
Oh, Malachi Craven.
Right, okay. So are we assuming Bruno is alive or dead?
Oh, he's for sure alive for this. But he's probably not long for this world, let's be real.
Poor guy. Man, I don't want to fight Malachi, but because I'm afraid. I don't think it's gonna go well.
I think I could take him.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to from a distance because I don't think I want to get in his personal space enough to kiss him. We're gonna go fight Malachi, kiss Bruno as a grandfatherly, elderly, about to perish. Well, he pretty much did. So, and marry Harlan, I guess.
There you go. I mean, yeah, you kind of have to marry Harlan. He's the best option of all of these.
I would feel wrong about marrying Bruno. I don't feel like that would be right.
You mean you don't want to, like, inherit everything?
It's not that. It feels wrong. I mean, maybe if he's okay with it, but I don't think I am. So.
Oh my word. Elle says, then again, we don't know what Bruno looks like. What if he's handsome?
True, but he's also about to die. He's at least 90, right? Didn't they say he's over 90?
Amy says, remember, he's 95.
Is he that old? Yeah.
Yeah. We did all have the hots for Henry. This is true. If you marry Bruno, you're Henry's aunt. Oh, can't do that.
I mean, maybe as an aunt, I could speak some wisdom into his life because he needs help.
Aw, he does need help. I love him dearly, though. Remember, I was one of your people on your post who was like, I was a Henry apologist.
Well, it makes sense. I played it a lot longer with you guys, so
it's true.
Yeah.
He was like the emo awakening for a lot of us, I think. Please tell Henry to kick Summer to the curb. She's not worth it. Yes.
Well, and he's worth more than that, is the other thing. Like,
right.
He does not deserve to be treated that way.
Right.
So that's what he's missing. He feels so bad.
Yes. I just love sad boys, you guys. I just love sad boys. Anyway, moving on. Okay, we got some more questions. Let's see. If you could only play your favorite game forever or never play it again, which and why?
Is this one of those questions like I can play all the other games?
Yeah.
Like, okay. I think I would play all the others, and I would live with more memories in my heart.
Yeah. There you go.
Because I know it so well. I played it so many times. I think I could survive.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand. Okay, let's talk about what's going on in the chat. You remember you liked Luke Talbot and his long hair. Oh yeah, he's a cutie. Pretty sure Brendan Urie and Patrick Stump and Pete Wentz were your emo awakenings. Okay, so true facts here. My actual emo awakening was Tyson Ritter of All American Rejects. He would send me into like cardiac arrest as like a 16-year-old Susie. I am really hopeful that I'm going to see him in September. See the band, which would be amazing. So we'll see that. Tyson Ritter, I know! Oh, you guys, I had such a crush on him. Okay, anyway, moving on. Could talk about Tyson Ritter for a long time. How did you come up with the zoomed-in challenges?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember. I don't think I had seen anyone else do them before. If so, I didn't mean to steal anybody's idea.
I don't think I've seen anybody else do that.
Yeah, it's been a while since I started. I definitely didn't used to do as many. Like I would do maybe like 4 images, and then I started doing like 16. And then I actually have started doing less again. I feel like it's less overwhelming to people that I was too much.
Yeah.
So I've gone back to 4 or 8 is what I've been doing recently.
Yeah. Yeah, the eyes ones have been fun lately. I feel like I've been really good at the eyes ones. And the only one I missed, I don't know how I missed it. For some reason, I was like, oh, that's that person. And then I was like, whatever. But I got the second one you did with the eyes. Like, everyone was correct. Although Fatima was a funny choice for that one. But, Yeah, that's so fun. I really like those. Okay, what has been the hardest part of organizing the Shadow Ranch trip?
I don't know if I want to answer that question.
Oh no, you don't have to.
I I would say corralling the people,
Yeah,
trying. I want to be available. I want to answer as many questions. So if you have questions, I will answer them. I am happy to answer questions. It's been a lot, and some people haven't read the website,
Mm.
and they'll ask me something that's there. So, and then people, yeah, I don't want to feel negative. It's just with that many people, it's just a lot of moving parts with emails and payment and
Yeah.
answering questions, which is fine, and that's part of the job. I just think it's harder because for the other places, I don't know. One of the places it ended up being a very sudden switch, so that was a little challenging, like the location I had to use.
yeah,
Yeah, not to say anything bad about people. It's just it's been a lot of people to figure out and crowd.
yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. What has been the most fulfilling part of organizing the Shadow Ranch trip?
People saying they're excited
Oh,
because I've been staring at this trip and my plan since July. And so it got to the point where I'm looking at going, is this even going to be fun? Will anyone want to come? Will people look at this and say it doesn't seem interesting? It's not worth it. And so then I'll have people every once in a while and say, I'm so excited, or that looks easy. It's like, oh, good. I'm glad that it looks fun. It's just hard for me on the inside to see the value and the point as someone on the outside. So it's encouraging to see that people do think it sounds fun because
yeah. Oh my gosh, I know. It like literally killed me. Like me and my husband debated for days of like, could I go? Should I stay? You know, like, is it possible at all? And finally
I
came
would,
to the conclusion that like it really isn't possible. And I was so heartbroken. I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so fun. I would have such a great time. uh, it's going to be such a wonderful time. Like, I know imposter syndrome is a big thing. I deal with it a lot, but it's going to be amazing. And you've done such a great job. Wait, I can't watch people who play mystery games but never reads anything. I'll die of frustration. Oh goodness. Yeah, no. All right. What's your favorite meal? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I don't really have a favorite. I'm not a fan of eating.
Oh yeah.
Really. I don't know, I'm not a foodie, and I don't really care very
Yeah.
much. I don't know. I like I like eating breakfast food at dinner time.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
That's
Like if you
nice.
like pancakes or waffles or eggs and eggs, I like eating that stuff at dinner. That's my
Yeah.
favorite.
I love that. Yeah. No, there's two kinds of people in the world. People who eat to live and people who live to eat.
Right. It's a necessity, so we'll eat enough to stay alive, and that makes sense.
Yeah. Elle says I may or may not have been hungry when sending my questions. Oh my goodness. Do you collect anything?
Nancy Drew stuff, reporter. I don't know how many books are in my collection at the moment. Less than I had. I had gotten from her collection was her mother's. I think she had passed away. It was at least 100 books.
Wow.
I don't know, but then I hadn't collected because it was a bunch of different eras. So I had kept some of them, and then I had given away some. I don't know if I sold any of that. But I don't have very many left that I don't want. I have some that I don't. I don't really collect something from that. I do have some, like my dining room is themed, so I have like teacups and wall paintings. They did paint by numbers and bingo and prints. But I don't really collect anything else. Nothing.
I mean, those are collections. It counts. What is your favorite go-to snack? This is from the same person. It's from Little Miss Drew. I'm gonna call her out. It's Little Miss Drew. She was hungry.
Was she looking for suggestions? You want suggestions? Recently, this is a very specific snack, but recently I ate wheat thins, but like the tomato and basil ones
Ooh, yeah.
are so good.
Mm-hmm.
And we ate them, and my husband really didn't like strong flavored things. He tried one of it, he preferred it, so I ate lots myself. And then I'm going to a family gathering this weekend, and I picked out to put that as one of the items because I want to eat vegan, but I don't really.
Yeah.
So that's a favorite.
Yeah. You know what I've been really into lately is, like, there's a specific brand of, like, really thin little pretzel thins, and they're, like, almost a chip.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. They're good. But,
So, like,
vegan.
yeah, like the pretzel thins dipped
Mhm.
in, like, garlic hummus. Oh, just so good.
They're perfect. Yeah.
So good. So good. So good. My first thought was sushi, and then I was like, that's not a snack.
Could be. Maybe.
I had sushi last night. John took me out for my birthday last night, and we had, we went to like an Asian buffet. So, of course, I got sushi, of course. You also love those pretzel thins and hummus. I know they're so good. You're obsessed with chips and French onion dip. Elle, let me tell you about my obsession. So, I have always, for my entire life, loved a specific brand of French onion dip. So I like Dean's French onion dip and no other French onion dips, okay? It must be Dean's. So my Walmart never sold it, and that's where I go get my groceries. So if I ever went to like Food Lion, I would get the Dean's French onion dip, but I would never get it otherwise. So I would get it like once a year. Walmart just started selling Dean's French onion dip, and I have been buying the big tub every single week and eating all of it. I dip everything. I'm dipping my chips. I'm dipping my veggies. You know, it's so good. And then Liam loves ranch right now, and he doesn't know the difference between like dip, like French onion dip and ranch. So he's like, more ranch, more ranch. It's so sweet. So yes, Susie, we need to snack together. Yes, and charcuterie. Oh, Elle, did you see my charcuterie board for my birthday party? I was so proud of it. Dean's is so good. You've been hooking on the hell of a brand lately. I don't think I've had the hell of a brand in a long time. I'll have to give it another shot. Kitty!
She's been here. She can hear noises and she's disturbed.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I have one last question, and that is, what's your favorite Zoom Div challenge that you've made?
I don't know, because I'm very intrigued by the eye, because that's new. I've only done 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm enjoying doing those just because it's different. But I've enjoyed doing the hands. It's just harder to do the hands, because some characters are behind a desk, or when you're close to them, you see them like from your shoulders, like I don't know, like halfway up, so you can't see their hands.
Yeah.
So it's been a very limited tool that I can do. So it's fun to do hands, but it's not nearly with many characters that I can actually see their hands.
Yeah. Oh, did you freeze? Hold on. Oh, okay. We're back. We're good. We're good. All right. Yeah. No, they're all super fun. Except for maybe that really, really, really hard one that you gave us that took us like 2 hours to solve in the like messenger challenge.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I know which one.
That was a very fun evening.
Actually, I think I said this, but I don't know if I did. It was the picture. It was Addison's phone, like icon.
Yeah, the cat.
And the reason I did that to you guys is because my husband did that to me.
Really?
He said, because I would make the zoomed in challenges, and I'm like, I wish I could do this. I want to know if I'm horrible. Like, how do I know? Like, I even go, like, who's over there because I've been making them. And so he was like, okay, I'll find them. So he did, the first one he did was a character from Midnight in Salem. And I gave it wrong, like, I don't know. I was like, well, I didn't know because I haven't played the game, but he didn't realize that he was thinking, like, the first one came out.
Yeah.
And then the second one he did, he zoomed in on that. And I was so frustrated, like, it doesn't look human.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is. Like, it looks, like, you just can't figure it out. So, anyway, I was very frustrated.
Yeah.
Still, I'm very good at doing challenges myself. I'm not, but I had to pass one of that.
That is so freaking funny. Man, that one really got me because I was like, is it a doll or like what it, because it doesn't look human, but there's like
Yeah.
it looks like part of a face.
Right, you can tell it's a face and it's a cat, and you just can't quite tell.
You can't quite tell because it's pink. So then I'm like,
the eye. Like, you can see that there's an eyeball.
yeah.
And I'm like, it looks like a snake eye. This does not look human. What am I looking at?
Yeah, it was awful. It was awful.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks for that. All right, so it's time for our very last game. What would you like to play?
Let's do another of the rankings in hopes that I am a little bit smarter.
All right, do you want to do all the characters again, or do you want to do games, or what?
We can do all the characters again. I'll just have to remember this. I'm working with that.
Okay. All right, y'all. Here we go. All right, so our first person is going to be, and remember, 1 is the best and 5 is the worst. Okay, hang on. That person is from Midnight in Salem, so you're obviously not going to know them. Reroll, don't do that. Okay, so Ed Raleigh.
I guess I'll put him in the middle because I don't know.
Yeah, so like 3.
Yeah, we'll start with 3. Seems like that's the right place.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do 4. Just kind of hope for the best.
Yeah, I tried that and that didn't work. So
It never works. Has never worked out for me. It's never worked out for any of us. All right, next. Let's see. This is such a big wheel. Okay, so Ewan McLeod.
I'll put him at 4.
Okay. Okay. I'd put him at 5. Not a big fan of that man.
I know he's not great, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah. Oh goodness, I've got 3, 2, 1 left. All right. Next. Dylan Carter. Ooh.
I'm gonna put him at 1.
Yeah.
I really like him, and I'm concerned if I do that's gonna be a problem. So I guess they have 1, 3, and 4.
Yeah. Oh, he's my number 1 as well. Every time he asks Nancy to travel the world with him, I'm like, yes, I absolutely accept. Let's go.
I love his tour that he gives you. I think that's so, as I role playing him giving you a tour, I think that's hilarious.
It is so fun. He's so fun. Like, honestly, one of the most fun characters, in my opinion. I just love chatting with him. It is the accent. His accent is absolutely delicious. It's just so good.
I think it's also because of the other characters in the game, though. To me, he just is so much better than other characters that it makes him stand out even more.
Yeah. The vibes in general, swoon. I agree. He is pretty swoon-worthy. I love Tomb of the Lost Queen so much. It's in my top 10. I love every character in that game. Every one of them. I love them all to death. Just love them. Even Abdullah. Love him. Their vibes are so fun. They're just so fun. So yeah, but Dylan is such a swoon. Would totally travel the world with him. Totally. Although I'm an arm girl and he does not have good arms. He has weak little, like, boy arms. Okay, anyway, moving on. So our next person is Elka! So Elka's from the new game. We don't know her very well yet. We were judging based on vibes.
That's kind of hard to do. How am I supposed to do that?
I don't know. But also, guys, like, I'm wearing my Elka shirt today. Have you noticed?
You are. But I like you, but I don't know that I'm gonna like Elka.
She's probably gonna be the bad guy. She's like a brutal murderer or something.
She could be. I can't be held to this.
I would put her at number 3. What are you putting her at?
I mean, I'm not willing to put her at number 2 when I know nothing about her. So I guess she's going number 5.
Yeah.
So there we go. I'll just say who's going to be the villain, right? I need a prize in villain.
Let's hope, but maybe she's gonna be like Nancy's new bestie, and she's gonna be a recurring character. I know. We're just going on vibes alone. That's all we're doing. All right, last one. What do you have left?
I have 2.
2. I also have 2. Oh my gosh, you are number 2s. Hugo Butterly. Okay. Well, that was fun. Oh my. Oh, Salem, come here. Come on. Come on. No claws. Come on. Okay, I'll grab you. Y'all getting a free Salem.
Aww.
Say hi. Look at that face. He's so like, ugh, what do you want with me?
He looks like a dragon, though, with the expression he's making. Just makes me think dragon. I don't know.
He is kind of a dragon. Or a gremlin. Demon of the deep. My void. Alright, off you go. Alright, you guys, that's all the content I have with you. Do you have any parting words for us?
I don't think so. I don't have any grand mantras or anything.
That's okay. That is okay. I always like throw this on people, and people are like, what do I say? I will tell you guys though, I'm going to go get a snack because Elle made me super hungry. So I'm gonna go get some chips and dip. Maybe some pretzels and hummus, you know, and enjoy the rest of my evening. And thank you guys so much. Sorry, not sorry. Thank you so much for joining me. Susie should be snacking. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Pickles. I don't have any pickles. I have cucumbers. They're just not pickled.
Would take a little bit.
Yeah, but take a little bit. Maybe not tonight. Yeah. Oh. So great. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me, and be sure to join me next time. I don't remember who's coming up next. Isn't it Tori? I think Tori's coming up next, right? I have my planner literally right here.
I don't think you posted the March schedule yet.
I haven't. I'm really behind. I've just been living like sort of overwhelmed lately, so you guys have to forgive me.
You had a busy birthday week.
I've had a busy life since
everything
since like 2020, I want to say. So and it just doesn't stop. And then I decided, you know what I'm gonna do this month for February? I'm gonna stream more days, and I'm not doing that next month. So I'll see you guys when I see you, probably twice a week. as like typical. But okay, so my next spilling the tea is gonna be in March. Can you guys believe that? What?
Yeah.
And March 9th, it's coming up. Spilling the tea with Tori. It's gonna be round 2. We have all sorts of fun stuff up our sleeves. Can't wait. Alright, you guys. Y'all, when I tell you we have some plans for my round 2, it's true. It's true. It is going to be a can't miss stream, you guys. Which I hope that all of my Spilling the Teas are can't miss streams. But, like, this one in particular, because we have some wild plans. So, Hannah, thank you so much for joining me. This has been an absolute blast. I always love chatting with you, and this has just been so much fun. I know you were a little nervous, so I hope you had a good time.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, anytime. Yeah, you let me know if you want to come back for season 3, if I ever do one. Guys, this is exhausting. Do you have any idea how exhausting this show is? This is one of the reasons why I am so exhausted and overwhelmed, and why I took such a long break in between seasons, because I was like, I can't. It's so exhausting. Alright. Thank you guys. I can come back every season. Oh my gosh. You make it look easy? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It gets simpler every time, I feel like, because I just get so tired. Well, thank you guys so much for joining, and I will see you next time, and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Goodbye!